me, that is all I need.
So I'm still at your heart tonight. Take my hand and stand by my side.
Hello everyone, and welcome Hello everyone, welcome to my first Q&A video. Thank you all for the questions. I've tried to break them down in a few categories, so let's get started. So the first category is sugar. I've had quite a few questions relating to sugar, my number one enemy. How did you deal with sugar cravings? When I had cravings, for those first 2 weeks, what I would do, I would chew gum. I would chew sugar-free gum, and I wouldn't chew it for too long as it would just make me hungrier, as I'm chewing something that's not actually going into my stomach, so it just ends up making me hungrier. Next question. Do you use sugar alternatives? No, I don't use sugar alternatives at all. I didn't because I felt like it would just lead me on to getting back onto sugar, so I just cut it out completely. How did you get through the withdrawals and headaches when cutting out sugar and junk food? Well, the first 2 weeks it was hard. I was like, I was really tired, I was really grumpy and moody and hungry, really hungry. But I guess I really wanted this for a long time, and I was gonna do it. I wanted to do it this time. So nothing was gonna stop me. There was times where I was really having a down moment and I was like, I need sugar. But I looked at other people's transformations. I would go onto the Instagram pages and look at like the transformation pages and just scroll through a bunch of people's transformations. And I'll click on their profile and see what they've done and what they're doing, and I'm like, wow, like it's incredible how much they've changed themselves. So I wanted to do the same. And when I was like having withdrawals, I went to that. I went to transformation pictures, and it really picked me up again, and it really motivated me to keep on going. And taking my own transformation pictures really helped too. I started seeing changes. I was comparing my old pictures to pictures I was taking, and then I saw progress, so it kept me going. And then I was looking at other people's transformations, and that even inspired me to keep going as well. What's the most important food item or category to cut out for weight loss? Okay, sugar. Sugar is the main thing. So if you cut out the sugar, I found when I cut out sugar and I cut out those bad foods, I stopped eating bread and pasta and all those bad carbs, and I just saw progress straight away. Do you eat low sugar snacks? Example, low carb Atkins bars, or steer clear of that type of food altogether? Okay, well, I've not had any of that stuff. I see it in the shop and I've looked at it, but I do not go for any of those. Like I used to, when on previous diets, I used to go for all those like weight loss, like the shakes and the bars and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I tried to steer clear of it. Okay, next question. What did you do when you were somewhere and there was only junk food being offered? This has happened a lot. Going out, it's really hard because you want to like go out with friends and stuff sometimes, but there's not a lot of options. There really isn't a lot of options. There's like a lot of bad foods. Like every meal pretty much, there's like served potatoes or fries or something like that. So usually when I was out, I would try and find somewhere that I could eat. And if I couldn't, I would be prepared. I would take my own food sometimes. I would just eat at home. And if I was to go out, I would get something small maybe to snack on. Maybe even I would eat like a salad if it was on the menu. If there was nothing there that I could eat, I wouldn't even have anything. I would just stick to a drink, maybe like a green tea or just some water. Okay, next question. Next category, menu plan / foods to eat. Okay, do you include sweet potatoes or white potatoes in your diet now you're at your goal weight? I have always had sweet potato. I love sweet potato. I haven't had any white potatoes at all. But yes, sweet potatoes I eat. I have eaten my whole journey. What's your thoughts on dairy and milk lattes? No. I didn't do much dairy. I've only started having like dairy, like some cream, but that's about it. That's all I really have, and some like cheese, but not often, not a lot. I never had milk. I don't like add milk into anything really, and I have green tea, which I don't include milk with or anything like that. So yeah, no. Hi Josie, congratulations on your successful journey. Are you doing a clean eating plan? Okay, so I am really excited because I am actually trying to put together like a plan of what I kind of eat and what I've eaten throughout my journey, like the foods that I find good, and so and the meals I ate myself. So I am trying to put like a little recipe book, little meal plan together, but I'm also like hoping to write a book and include recipes and things like that into it. So I will be talking more about that on my Instagram and social medias. Hi Josie, you look great and healthy. Did you do intermittent fasting or just 3 meals a day, no snacks? Thanks in advance. Thank you so much. Well, I didn't do fasting. I would have 3 meals a day with no snacks. There were some days though where I would have probably like a little bit of snack, but I wouldn't have like such large meals. I would have like a few nuts, a few almonds or something, but it wasn't like a big, like I wouldn't be snacking constantly. It'd just be like a little handful if I was out and didn't have anything and I kind of felt a little bit hungry. I would just like take a little bag of nuts and that would basically be it. But I would only, I wouldn't have much. I'd usually just do 3 meals a day. Will you be posting up your diet and exercise routine to help the rest of us who have been inspired by your story? Absolutely. I am looking forward to sharing a lot more of my diet and exercise. I will be doing a lot more like videos on it, and I am looking at doing like a meal plan or like a recipe book or something like that. So just stay tuned for that. What salad dressing do you use? Well, I usually didn't have salad dressing. Maybe a tiny bit of garlic aioli, but that was it. Not a lot, just some. If I felt like it was so dry, I would just add a little bit of that, but really not a lot. Did you never eat lollies and fast food in the 12 months? And if not, what did you eat when you may have gone out? No, I didn't have any lollies or any fast food at all. When I'd go out, there wasn't a lot of options, so I would never, like, if I was going out with friends and they were getting like McDonald's or something, I couldn't get anything, and I wouldn't even get the salad at McDonald's. I would usually, like, if I was going out, I would take something with me, pack something with me, or I would wait till I get home. I probably wouldn't eat out much, but I'll try and find somewhere that has something like a salad that I can eat, but usually it is really hard to find something to eat. When I'd go out, there wasn't a lot of options, so I would never, like, if I was going out with friends and they were getting like McDonald's or something, I couldn't get anything, and I wouldn't even get the salad at McDonald's. I would usually, like, if I was going out, I would take something with me, pack something with me, or I would wait till I get home. I probably wouldn't eat out much, but I'll try and find somewhere that has something like a salad that I can eat, but usually it is really hard to find something to eat. What do you eat on a typical day? Do you allow yourself cheat meals? You look amazing. Thank you so much. So basically I eat a lot of on a typical day I would eat something like some eggs for breakfast. So like whether it's poached or scrambled, I would just every day mix it up a little bit. So I'd have probably an omelette one day, and then the next day I'd have like scrambled eggs, and the day after I'd have some poached eggs. But usually I'd start my morning off with some eggs with some avocado or like some shallots in my scrambled eggs or something like that. And usually a salad for lunch, and for dinner like a piece of meat with some sweet potato, whether it's fries or sweet potato mash, and I'd have it with vegetables. And no, I do not, my cheat meals, I do not have any cheat meals. I have not even had a cheat meal at all. What are some bad foods for losing weight even though they might sound healthy? Okay, so like low fat things, like low fat yogurt. Like on my previous diets, I used to think things like the low fat, oh, it like says on 99% low fat yogurt, like healthy, strawberry flavored. I was like, oh yum, and it's low fat too, so it must be good. So I used to eat that when I was on my diets, but they are not good. Low fat, like low fat creams or low fat milk, low fat yogurt, not good at all. Did you eat many carbs in the form of vegetables? Yes, definitely. I would have a lot of vegetables, loved vegetables. I would have like pumpkin and sweet potato, like those kind of carbs. I didn't have any white potatoes though. Okay, so what types of exercises did you do when you began your journey? Okay, so I didn't start working out a lot. Like I didn't start anything crazy. I found a guy called the Body Coach on YouTube, and he has high intensity interval training workouts. So he posts them on his YouTube, and it's about 15-20 minutes. So I decided to give it a go, and it killed me. It really killed me. I couldn't get through a whole workout. I was so like out of breath and everything. But I'm like, you know what? That made me feel good. I'm gonna try. And my goal was to be able to finish one of those workouts. I wanted to be able to do it without having any problems. So I decided to do those about like a few times a week. What would have been your weekly weight loss? So I didn't usually use the scales. So I just stuck to pictures, but roughly around like a kilo maybe a week. So it was quite a bit, but as I said, I never kept track on a scale. I never started weighing myself until only really recently. But I stuck to like measurements and photos. When did you see results? Okay, well I started seeing results in the first 2 weeks, really. I took a picture from the very first day I started, and then like a week or two later I put it beside another photo, and I could see a bit of my arms, a bit of my stomach, like it shrunk a bit. So I was like, wow, like it was really quick progress, and I wasn't doing a lot of working out at that point, so I was really impressed. Will you be posting or making a website or blog with all your diet tips and recipes so others like myself can start to be more healthy like yourself? You're an inspiration to me. Well, yes, absolutely. I want to do something like a website or something and have tips and like a plan, so I'm able to share stuff with you and tips with you, so you're able to follow along and sort of like to see what's worked for me. Do you live at home? And if so, how do you think you'll manage this lifestyle once living out of home? I ask this because I'm struggling with the same thing. Okay, well yes, I do live at home and I live with my parents still. I am still in school, so yes. But I think because along my journey I've learnt to cook, and I've learnt how to look after myself and make those healthy and delicious foods and meals. And I've basically been doing it myself and sorting myself out. So I think that I'll do pretty well with taking it on. Could you kind of tell your story from the start? Example, the day you decided to start your diet and how did you come about it? What it was like during the first month? When did you start noticing changes? When did people start commenting? What was it like right at the end? Yes, I will definitely do all of that, answer all of that in a separate video. I'll make a video totally talking about my story throughout my whole journey. That can be like my next video.
Girl, trust me, that is all I need.
So I'm still at your heart tonight.